Hello, welcome back to Reese's Attic. One day I'm going to learn how to make a sign on my phone that I will attach to the front of every one of these videos. But until that day, we'll just deal with this. All right, today I wanted to show you a few things that I want to talk to you about. First of all, I've done swatches on my Copics before, but it was in a format that I didn't like, and I couldn't never find anything that I liked. And then I said to myself, well, let me try to do one on my own. Now this is a Creative Memories. I think it's 8x8, 6x6 photo album, and they always have acid-free and lignin-free, which I'm not really all that much concerned about that. I might be in the future, but not right now. But anyhow, this is an old Creative Memories book that I found at the thrift store, probably 99 cents. And I want to show you what I did. These are my Copic marker swatches. Now I used, or let me put on my glasses so I can see if this is focusing. I went and used a color chart where it says I would put in Copic Oregon Arts, and it would bring up nice pages. They were found on Pinterest, I think, but I did Google it, and this is how I found all of the colors that they were offering for Copic. And what I've done is I made a page, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're 6 wide. And of course, you know, I'm not really good at most anything that I do, so they're not completely, you know, horizontal and under each other. I made mistakes, but every blue Copic goes on this page. The blue greens are here, and green, yellow green, yellow, yellow red, red, red violet, violet, blue violet, earth colors, fluorescence, gray and black. All right. Now, this has helped me because to me, their numbering system and the system that they use for coloring, I'm still having a hard time putting it together. But I do like their colors. This way, I'm grouping the colors according to what they call blue or blue-green or green. Blue-green would be teal. This is blue. This is blue-green. There are a lot of colors that I thought really should be somewhere else. This yellow, for instance, these have a lot of brown in them. I might would have put these, those brownish yellows, under earth tones. There's another one that's more of a brownish yellow. Why isn't it over here? Reds. When I looked at the red chart has a lot of orange in it. Okay, so now I can go to my book. When I get new colors, I can put them in, and I can go to my book and I said, this is what I want in the skyline, or this is what I want for the ocean. So I'm very glad that I've got me a Copics book, swatch book. There's a challenge that goes out to people via probably Pinterest and Facebook, YouTube is called, instead of October, they call it Inktober. And it is for people who are artists, sketch artists, those who can draw and paint. The thing is, you need to use ink and not other mediums. I am not a sketch artist. I can't draw. That's why I do stamps. But coloring books, I got to think, how can I participate in Inktober? And I tried making a book with stamps in it, but it just wasn't working for me. I didn't want to go out and spend some more money. I had this. So what I'm going to do for Inktober, the challenge is to do something new every day. Well, I'm not going to do something new every day. I'm going to challenge myself to do something new every other day. I'm going to spend 2 days doing each challenge. These pages out of this book, I did test my Copics will bleed through, so I am going to put a page in between to blot, but it will mess up the back side, but that's okay. But I'm using this C.S. Lewis illustrations book by Pauline Baines, and these are her originals that came out with C.S. Lewis's books, and you can look these illustrations up on the internet. You can find out what their original color groups, and you can use your markers as you please. You don't have to go by those colors. You can just do something totally different if you want. But I've gone through and I've picked out 15 of these illustrations, and I've like this page, I've got a little arrow. I'm going to do this one. It's going to take, I don't have to do the whole page. This scene in the movie is, I love this scene in the movie, so I'm going to try to do as much of that as I can. But I've challenged myself to 15. I've challenged myself to things that I don't think I can do, but I'm going to try them. And that's what Inktober is about, is challenging yourself. And like this, I'm not going to do this whole page. I'm going to do these 4 panels down here. Every day is not going to be a really big challenge. It's just going to be a challenge. So here's what I'm doing for Inktober. I challenge you to go ahead and start thinking about it, because we've only got one more day. Go ahead and think about it, what you can do for Inktober. Now, as you know, I like to keep this as close to 10 minutes as possible. So I've got a variety of things. I've already got 2 of them down, thank God. All right, here we go. I've used my, this is my stamp platform. It's by Tonic. It's a Tim Holtz design. This is not an original part of it. I put that in there. But he and the Misty, the company that makes the Misty stamp platform, they had a sharp disagreement that when it went to court, he lost. So you're not going to be able to find these anymore. I chose the larger one. I wish I'd have gotten the smaller one. But the container that it came in had a nice little handle and a nice little void in it like this. I've decided to keep my small ink pads in my blender, and I keep it on top where I have the rest of my the larger ink pad. So I covered it, not real well, but look at that, so cool. Pull it right back, pull it out. There you go. All right, it's been 10 minutes. I certainly appreciate you for spending some time with me here in Risa's Attic. I hope you take up the Inktober challenge for the month of October. The original challenge again was just using inks. I am going to use my Copics, and I'm also going to use a pencil that is called Inktints, and they are made out of ink, and I hope to be able to come to you showing you what I'm doing with my alcohol ink pens, my Copics, and a few others. I have other pens as well, pens and markers, and I'm going to use my Inktints pencils. What I'm going to do is, I'm not really, proficient at this stuff. I'm challenging myself. This is a good way to do it. Keep up with it and get it done during the month of October. Thank you. If you have any questions about Inktober, you can Google it. You can go on YouTube. You'll get plenty of info. Go to Pinterest. Thank you very much for giving me a little bit of your time. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye-bye.